Today, we are diving deep into some of the uncomfortable truths about AI trustworthiness with our guest, Ana Marasović.
What stand out for every one of the award-winning paper that I have participated in is that it wasn't an obvious way of how to address the research question we were trying to address, or the research question itself wasn't super obvious. It was really, really messy. Anecdotally, for every single one of these papers, except maybe one, I think we kind of gave up on the paper as well in the meantime. And it's just funny to see that these papers that are now celebrated, they almost didn't happen.
By the end of this episode, you'll have a much better picture of when AI explanations can be trusted.
We have basically defined two kinds of trust, what we call intrinsic trust and what we call extrinsic trust. Intrinsic trust is something more associated with what explainability folks mentioned, where you claim people will gain trust in the system if you show how the system reasons about the problem. But in extrinsic trust, this is similar to a doctor that you trust because they have had a long history of making correct diagnosis. To me, it's interesting how intuitive is to a layperson where AI does work, because as LLMs change, these unintuitive insights also are going to change. If you have played with ChatGPT, you know that the kind of explanations you're getting are very plausible, right? And we know that there is no relation between plausibility and faithfulness. These concepts are not necessarily aligned. If you use GPT-5 today, I get a little bit annoying when it defaults to the thinking mode and it's thinking 5 minutes for something that I find, no, just go to that previous version, like you don't need to think about this too long. I don't think we need reasoning LLMs for every single thing. What is MMLU even doing? What does it, mean to be good at MMLU? Maybe the only thing I would wish to see is that people stop conflating performance on such benchmarks with any very intricate and nuanced concept like intelligence or super intelligence. The most ambitious self would love to see a version of AI systems where we can approach them and regulate them the way we regulate like aviation, and default to something like principles of traditional safety engineering.